Wizards family, what's going on here? Wes Hall, Jason Smith, and Chris Miller, joined by an old friend and family, as far as I'm concerned, the one and only Meghan McPeak, who will be the play-by-play announcer for the Toronto Raptors on TSN for an all-women's broadcast crew on Wednesday night. Meghan, first of all,
about time.
That's what it's all about. So my question is kind of direct. How did this all come about?
It was an idea that John Wiggins with the Toronto Raptors had. He wanted to try and push things forward. I mean, when you look at the year that we've had, not only with COVID, but everything with social and racial injustices and gender and pay equity, he wanted to try and take a step forward with the organization and the team. And this was his brainchild, and he got people on board. And I want to give a huge thanks to Zach Leonsis and Monumental Sports and Entertainment for affording me this opportunity because they're showing that they're also part of the change that we want to see with sports and women in sports.
What kind of message do you think not only is the Raptors sending, Monumental Sports and Entertainment allowing you to do this, and for you doing it, what kind of message are you sending to young ladies?
When you look at, a traditional broadcast for a game, when you have the play-by-play voice, the analyst, and the sideline reporter, we're going to be doing something that has not been seen. And all three of those roles will be held by Black women. So now to look forward that there's going to be little girls, not just in Canada, but around the world, that will be able to look at their TV and see in us themselves. That's really what we're doing this for. Something that hasn't been done and they haven't seen, and they can look up and say, I want to do what they're doing because they look like me. At the end of the day, when the microphone is taken away and the headset comes off, and when my career is done, I will still be a Black woman on the street. And that is more important than what I do as a career. And it will always be more important than what I do as a career.
I'm about to put you on the spot. Remember when we were in Columbus and they were finally winning, and, the broadcast ended up basically celebrating Drake as if he was like the starting center of the game that night. Can you tell me what it is about Drake and the Raptors organization to where this dude gets premier placement like marquee love? What is it?
In Toronto, they knew about Drake before the world got to know about Drake and who he was as an artist. And then all of a sudden he was put on the map. And then that tie-in with the Raptors kept coming. Obviously, he was the global ambassador for those couple of years, especially tying it in with the All-Star game in Toronto in 2016. And the love for him just kept building and building and building. Canadians, especially Torontonians, they grab onto you like no other and just try to remind people this is us. This is our guy. He is us and we are him and we've got his back.
What's the best candy from Canada that you wish were here?
Do you guys have Swedish fish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Run with the Swedish fish.
We have this thing called, it's an Aero bar. It's literally just chocolate, but in the middle, it's got little air pockets in it. It's just straight milk chocolate.
That feels like it's just jipping you. If you're not getting a full chocolate bar, you're getting air pockets.
But the air pockets,
for them and not giving it to you.
The air pockets are key to the taste. So everybody knows about the ketchup chip. But there's also another flavor.
What did I tell you when we had?
Yes, Chris is right. He did mention a ketchup chip, and I was like, what?
Yes.
Ketchup chips are a legit thing?
There's also another flavor called all dress.
What's that?
But it's almost if you took Old Bay and put it into potato chips.
Oh, nope, you lost me at Old Bay. No, thank you.
But no, I'm just saying a seasoning in that sense, not the same flavor. It's not at all the same flavor.
How did Maryland not take over that?
It's better. It actually tastes good.
I'm just waiting on somebody to make a mambo sauce chip and just call it a day. That would take over DC.